This is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
I am not the heel.
You are definitely the heel. You are definitely the heel.
I'm telling you, it's not me. Someone else is the traitor, and they're playing.
You are lying. You are lying. You are sus. You are sus, good sir.
I'm not.
You are totally sus.
I will find the truth myself.
Nah, homie. Nah, you ain't about the Luke Skywalker this. You ain't about the Luke Skywalker this. Henshin. I wish this sword was bigger. Dude.
There is an extension out there.
Okay, so look, I need any Kamen Rider Saber fans to give me a link, DM me on how I get a giant extension version of the Buster Sword from Saber. I need you to do that. If you do, you are the real hero. And with that being said, we have people in. Guys, happy New Year! Happy New Year! I know we had a New Year episode before.
We already did.
My bad. It's been a while.
We skipped a week.
It's been a while.
No, we didn't skip a week. We could have though.
Yeah, it's been a while, guys. Now, for those of y'all who did not watch last week's episode, there was no episode because myself and Mike, we made a mistake. We thought that this episode we're going to talk about now was supposed to be coming out last week. So we apologize.
Yeah, we thought there was supposed to be like an episode, like a 1 week hiatus on Saturday between Christmas and New Year, and then they didn't have a hiatus. And I'm like, okay, guess we're gonna keep rolling then. But then following week they went on hiatus. I'm like, you just went on hiatus on the 27th and then just play episode 16 on the 3rd, because then New Year, new arc, new me, new you, new belt.
More sus stuff going on. Speaking of sus, I gotta talk to Bandai about this Kamen Rider 01 Progress keys, but more on that in a minute. Guys, welcome back to the Rider Time podcast. I'm Leo. This is Mike, the Kamen Rider extraordinaire himself, and welcome back. Let's get us started. Kamen Rider Saber.
You know what's sad is to get all the Showa belts is impossible. To get all the Heisei belts, very improbable. But at least I have 100% of the Reiwa belts.
Real quick, I want to give a big shout out to Mike. Mike did buy me the Assault Wolf Progress key. Here's the problem. I got no batteries, boy. The moment this podcast is over, I am coming over. That I have your tripod, so I'm going to be coming over. But the moment I do...
Hey, you have the only assault grip of the set, so, you know...
Buy the assault grip. It's like what, $10 on Amazon?
You can only get the assault grip if you either get the assault wolf by itself, or if you get both progresses as a set.
How much is both progresses?
Expensive.
How much is expensive?
Let's just say there's a reason I'm not getting like freaking Super Mario 3D World this month.
All right, then. All right, we're not talking about 01. We'll talk about 01 later on. So let's get started with a brand new episode of Kamen Rider Saber entitled "The Ancient Messenger of Light or Shadow," of either light or shadow. Now, to recap the episode from 2 weeks ago, Kamen Rider has officially become Among Us. Everyone is sus. Purple is dead, and apparently red is sus. But in actuality, it's our favorite half Japanese, half Filipina actress who plays Reika. Is it Reika?
Reika, yeah.
Yeah. She's
the
sus
most
as all
sus.
get down. Yeah, she's the most sus of them all. And
Everyone's
she's
distracted by her shiny brown eyes.
yes, and everyone turns their back on Toma because they think Toma is going to betray them. And next thing you know, we have this new guy named Yuri. Now, we were introduced to Yuri earlier in Arc 1. He was the one that came to Toma when Toma was looking for the King Arthur Wonder Ride book. And thus now Toma is alone. Actually, he's not alone. He's with May, and he also has Yuri on his side as well. Meanwhile, the Magi,
Medjeds.
The Medjeds now have a new way of trying to take out humanity. Because of the fact that humanity now knows what the hell the Wonder World is, because they can see glimpses of the Wonder World in the sky and stuff, they're now like crack addicts looking at it. Who's like, it's like that one skit from Dave Chappelle, like you got some more Wonder World, you got some more Wonder World. It's like a Dave Chappelle skit.
Yeah, or you know, it could be like W Wonder World, or O's Wonder World, or Force It Wonder World. Okay, I'm starting to notice a pattern. How in Phase 2, Heisei has a lot of humans becoming monsters. I'm like, what's going on here?
Hold on, I'm looking at. Real quick before we even get started. Cody's House of Geek. What's up, Cody? Doing the ninja dance. Hell no.
Ninja. Oi.
Hell no. We've done the ninja dance. If you want to see me do the ninja dance, the video is on Instagram, it's on Facebook, and it's on YouTube. Use your resources of social media. I'm doing it.
I'm just gonna say this. While I am looking forward to doing the Juoju dance, don't expect us to do the Saber dance. I am not doing the Saber dance.
We're definitely not doing the Kamen Rider Saber dance. We're not. Anyways, all right, let's get started. So, what's this? What? Oh god, man, I'm keep forgetting people's names now. Homeboy,
Toma,
not Toma. The narrator.
The narrator. Oh yes, Tassel. He's like he has a glass of wine and he's like congratulations to new friendship, and he just smashes it on the floor, and I'm like whoa, Willem Dafoe, that's an expensive one.
You know how much I sacrificed
to tell the story. People will be heel turning on logos again and again
until they're all dead. Real quick, I want to give a big shout out to Mike. If you guys don't know, Mike now officially writes for the Illuminati website. He's did a spectacular article about Kamen Rider and New Japan, because in case you guys did not watch Wrestle Kingdom 15 a week or two ago, Hiroshi Tanahashi dressed up in Kamen Rider Saber inspired gear for his match during Wrestle Kingdom. Be sure to read it on the Illuminati. Just look for Mike's name. There you go.
By the way, did you get to watch last night's AEW?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna watch it later on.
Darby, though, it's literally JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like the very first contact between Darby and Machine, I'm like, fighting gold.
It's been a while. I'm gonna say this again. Only on the Morphin Network will we reference anime, professional wrestling, and movies and not talk about the subject we're trying to talk about right now. Only here.
We were talking about Halloween 6. It took us 45 minutes just to get to the actual.
It took us an hour, but okay. Let's get back to it. Tassel recaps everything that's going on. Toma is mad, and Toma's upset because Power Friendship got broken, and May is like, "What are we gonna do, Toma?" And he's like, "I don't know." And then we get to the intro where we do not see Kento. Kento is no longer in the intro until you see all the Kamen Riders in one shot, like freaking Power Rangers. That's it. But other than that, Kento has now officially been X-nayed out of the intro and the outro to Saber. He's been Thanos snapped out of Saber until he becomes Caliber, because we all know it's going to happen.
Similar to his fate, someone else shows up, and yes, Yuki, she finds herself like basically in Skid Row, and then that purple smoke, and that purple smoke starts exuding from her body, turning her into a Yeti magic. By the way, I think I find it appropriate that her name is Yuki, and she turns into a Yeti.
Yeti.
Yeah, because Yuki means snow.
Yes. So they go back to Toma's bookstore, and the bookstore has been demolished. They think someone robbed it, but it was actually Yuri. Yuri, because he's been in Avalon for the last 1,000 years, is he's a fish out of water. He's Andros from Power Rangers in Space. He's 11 from Stranger Things. He's Austin Powers in International Man of Mystery. He's John Spartan from Demolition Man. He's trying to catch himself up on the 1,000 years he's been gone in Avalon, and is trying to figure out what have humans been doing and everything like that. Yuri, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to do a zoom in. Get off this. Hurry up.
Let me get off that. Okay.
All right. Let me do this real quick. Yuri, let me tell you something, bro. Go back to Avalon. I'm not being mean. Go back to Avalon. You're better off being in Avalon, because you do not know what the hell. You do not want to know what's going on in the States right now. Okay? You don't want to know. Right now, or
Are you
Avalon.
kidding me? Things are great in the U.S. We got a new season of Cobra Kai. We got a new season of American Gods. Let's see, new season of Attack on Titan. Wait, that's in Japan, but also in America. If you watch the dubs.
Black Widow's gonna be coming out soon.
Black Widow, WandaVision.
WandaVision comes out tomorrow. Okay. We're not talking. We're talking about Kamen Rider, not everything else. Anyways, Yuri.
Okay, one thing I really appreciate is how he's like, oh, I love all the books here except for this one manga because the protagonist spends too much time brooding, and I can't help but wonder, like, this is a jab at Kento.
Because Kento is your typical Shonen Jump-esque edgelord character. Hiei, Sasuke, freaking Todoroki. Am I missing anyone?
Nope.
There you go. Those are the three I can think of right now. Or anyone from Bleach. I can't remember. No, Renji wasn't emo. Never mind. Anyway,
I find it surprising that Yuno from Black Clover isn't brooding. I mean, like he's got that whole Uchiha vibe to him, even though I compare him more to Kakashi. But still, honestly, while he's he has resting bitch face. I apologize for the language. He's not brooding at all. He's just like, look, man, I just want to be the Clover. I just want to be the Wizard King, so the church I grew up in doesn't have to go hungry. That's all there is to it. I can at least appreciate that.
Right. So while that's all going on, Yuri actually reads one of Toma's manuscripts for a book that he is going to be writing about, and we get the flashback on what this book he's talking about. He said it's the episode where he's hurt, but he's like, I'm gonna write a book about all my friends and tell the tale of how we saved the world, because anime, Shonen Jump, friends, and Toma goes emo again. Meanwhile, Legolas, Zeus, and Aragorn, I know I got their names wrong.
Zeus, Legenial, and Nestorius.
Legolas, and Zeus. They're like, all right, so we're doing it. The plan's going into motion. Everything's getting good, right? All right, I'm finna go do the same. And Legolas is like, no, bro, it's still my turn. You sit your behind down. And then we go ahead.
And then we cut to the South Pole, which I have issues with. Let's take a look at the screenshot right here. Okay, so can you guess what my problem with this image is?
The Northern Lights.
Well, the South Pole also has lights, but that's not what my issue is.
It looks like the same thing. The inside looks exactly the same.
Nope. It's an issue with the outside.
Oh, does it look like the Disney logo?
No. What time of the year is it?
Oh, it's winter.
Exactly. It should
Why
be
is it
daylight.
snowing? Why isn't it snowing?
Oh, well, it doesn't really snow in the Antarctic much. But the point is, it should be daytime in the South Pole during the winter. And nighttime in the summer. The opposite of the North Pole.
Oh, okay. I get you now. Now.
So science.
Okay. This is where I have to throw the logic argument in. Are you really gonna throw in logic for Kamen Rider?
Well, we're basically recreating this next screenshot, so why not?
All right, fine. So everyone's angry because they're like, Toma do you think Toma betrayed us? Ren, being the hothead, is like, Toma is a traitor. He's rebel scum.
Why would he team up? Why would he believe the guy who killed our friend?
And his best friend since childhood. Why? And Ogami, whose best dad, who pretty much whose entire job is to calm everyone down, couldn't calm Ren down. So Reika the sus is like, all right, listen, you guys are going to go and find Toma, dead or alive, and we also need the Soul Calibur. I mean the Sword of Light.
I swear to God, the death stare she has in that shot, though, like, it looks almost as scary as the live action Snow Queen movie, like, that I saw as a kid. Like, and keep in mind, like, they combine footage from the cartoon with live action footage, but the actress playing the Snow Queen, she could freeze your heart just by staring at you. I'm not saying that's one of her superpowers, like in the story. I mean, like she's so freaking creepy when she stares at you that you swear that your heart's gonna freeze to death looking at them. That's what her eyes look like here.
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna say this right now. While scary, I ain't gonna front. She's kind of cute.
You're playing with. I normally I'd say you're playing with fire, but in this case, you're playing with ice.
So, all right,
and because of your homegirl, I mean, like.
Anyways, so while Rentaro is trying to defend freaking Toma, she's like, he just has fought you guys. Are you still trying to think that he's gonna come in hunky dory for us to ask him questions? Go find him and find the Sword of Light. Mm-hmm. And that's the last time you see the rest of the squad. They're gone after this. They're gone. That's it. Like, they have more screen time than Matt Smith in Terminator Genesis.
We still have to review the sixth
Dark Fate. God, we're gonna review it tonight. We gotta review it tonight. Anyways, so while that's all going on, Toma and May show Yuri around, see how life has changed. He's like, wow, everyone's dressing up. And he's like, why is everyone looking at me? He's like, well, you stick out like a sore thumb. No one really dresses like that unless you're a fashion model. And so
what's funny is he looks at one guy. It's like, what if I dress up like this? And he's like, oh my god, you could change clothes. Oh my god, and like everyone's like staring at him, changing his clothes, and like, or maybe I should dress up like this. And of course, everyone they're figuring out, no, you should not dress up like that. And by the way, for you guys out there, just so you know, Japanese society is not the same as American society. This is not Akihabara. Just saying. But so comic relief. But of course, he dresses up like in a suit and tie in the end, and he's like, "What the heck is this?" And then they're like, "Well, this is the most popular tea in Mandalore."
It's Boba. We're done. Hold on. We're done. We're done with the show.
Years to make that.
We're done with the show. I'm joking. No.
Years! I've waited to make that joke.
Oh my god.
And now because of The Mandalorian Season 2, I can! And I did! And I will again!
Yes. But all of this, they get interrupted because the Yeti pulls up on them and actually start. You go ahead, hit it. Actually starts to freeze people. Toma goes into like Super Saiyan mode and not burns them and like unfreezes them, but like kind of like like
because but he's got that big flame energy, like
Yeah.
people are still feeling a little singed after the cold snap.
Exactly.
Kind of like Sanders from that episode of Heroes when her ice powers turn into water powers.
Yes.
I miss that show.
You really had to make a Heroes reference. Anyways, so
I miss Heroes.
So while they're fighting, Legolas pulls up and okay, what's his name again?
Legenial
pulls up, and then him and Toma have a spat. He's like, wait, Calibur's dead. Why are you still here? Like, oh no, man. Calibur was just a pawn. He actually helped us with what our actual plan is. We're going to open the Book of Truth again. And while that's going on, what do you call it? This is right. No. And then next thing you know, Yuri becomes a ghost sword and starts to fight Legenial while Toma fights the Yeti. After he jumps into the sky, which turns into a rider kick, he kicks the Yeti and he finds out that it was Yuki the entire time. Yuki is unaware of what the hell is going on. May is trying to get to her, but Legenial gets to her first, puts the book back on her belly, and she becomes a freaking Yeti again.
And I'm gonna say this: it's a very common. I'm gonna say this: it's a very common trope that whenever like a human turns into the monster of the day by having something shoved inside of them, and then they turn back into a human, and then the thing is shoved back inside them, things are only gonna get worse from here.
Exactly. So right after that, they go after Legenial and the Yeti retreat. We go back to Toma.
He summons some goblins, and I'm finding it interesting. We're seeing some goblins again. It's like they're the gel newts of the season. Which, by the way, props to Dragon Knight, the American Dragon Knight, because in Ryuki, gel newts were just monsters of the day, just like any other monster of the day. But because of Ryuki, they've sort of been upgraded to, or downgraded, depending on how you look at it, to being peons, like recurring peons, and this became adapted into Kamen Rider Decade, where you see gel newts like all over the place. So I love how like you got that cross sectioning of the thing. It's kind of like what the producer from SPD said in Not So Distant Future panel in 2012. It's not a competition of the two shows; it's a collaboration of the two shows, and I love it. I love seeing this. Let's see more of that. But yes, so the double team, and yes, sword by itself, floating. Ooh.
Don't worry. It something does get better. So they go back to Toma's bookstore. Toma is shocked. He's like, I almost killed a human today. Even though we're all like, well, to be fair, Toma, you weren't gonna kill her. She did transform back into a human, so I think you would have been okay, dude. Just take a chill, Bill. May is trying to figure out what's going on, so she asks Yuri because Yuri has thousands of years of knowledge from Avalon and knows what the hell is going on. And he tells her like, all right, so back in my day. Back in my day, the Majid actually did use certain pieces of technology to transform humans into monsters. It got really hectic. We managed to beat them, but not a lot of things, not that much good happened because of that. You can take it from here, though, Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, like typically humans would not survive the process. Meanwhile, we see what the Majids are up to, and they discuss how they can make these bigger books, like the ones that we see, Caliber and Saber use towards the end of the first arc, where it's like, we can use these to make more altar books. You know, the big books where like the manuscript is still being written, and like so we can turn humans into magics to cause them to continue writing into them. And because there's so many humans, we don't have to worry about people getting caught in the crossfire, because there will be more humans to take their place. And of course, that's pretty damn scary. Just saying. That's pretty messed up. Meanwhile, in the earlier scene, we did see the viewing book, not the viewing globe, the viewing book pull up, and we see the Yeti attacking like near the harbor and stuff. So, and it starts to freeze the place, and at first Saber does try to show up with May, and he does try to use a flame attack to counteract it, but the Yeti just freezes the flame itself in place, causing both Saber and May to be frozen solid. And of course, Yuki shows up in his sword form, and he's like, the holy light of my blade shall thaw out this ice. And of course, he tries to go for a stab, and the Yeti stops it and starts breathing into the sword in order for it to start freezing. And he's like, you'd think that'd be a great idea, but check this out. Volume 2!
Shadow Clone Jutsu!
This is straight up from like Shikamaru from Naruto, where it's like the shadow, like where like a humanoid shadow comes out and starts like moving upward.
No, I got a better comparison. Did you ever play Mortal Kombat?
Which one?
9. Mortal Kombat 9.
Are you talking about Noob Saibot?
Yes, pretty much. Yuri became Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat.
You know, I love Noob Saibot's design in that game just because like he looks like a ninja Darth Vader. No, he looks like an Assassin's Creed Darth Vader.
No, he looks like he looks he looks like more like Shredder because he has the Shredder mask.
Yeah, no, but the mask reminds me more of Darth Vader than Shredder.
Okay.
But yeah, and of course somehow having a physical body somehow giving him an advantage. I don't know how you'd think just being a sword would give him an advantage, but the effects on this were just brilliant because he can shadow jump. Like,
yep.
Like he's like, oh, I was over here. Oh, I'm way over there. Left, right. Down goes Solo.
No, it's more like, I lie! Alright, Vato Loco, don't forget my motto is say, I lie, I cheat, I steal! And he stole on the Yeti too. He just bebopped the Yeti so many times, and right before he's about to hit her with the finish.
What's it called? Dale Gribble pocket shade. Yo, real talk. I actually want to see season 2 of Stargirl just because Shade's going to be the villain.
Awesome. All right, go take us home.
But yeah, so Yuki uses his finishing move, but Saber with his Draconic Knight attacks Yuki because he wants to save. Sorry. Yuri uses his finisher. Toma tries to block it because he wants to save Yuki. There's too many similar syllables in those two names, and there's only 2 syllables in each name. So, anyways, and he's like, and then the episode ends with like Yuri being like, these modern day swordsmen. They're nothing like me, and of course you got that typical like anime diagonal split screen, like they're about to start fighting next episode, and Tasso being Toma's biggest fan, he's like, man, Yuri, he went too far, or did he? Let's find out in the next episode of Rider Saber Z.
Anyways, no, like show that picture again. Show that picture again. You know what it's like. I seldom this, but I had to say like you millennials, you don't know what it's like. That's the face you're giving Toma. Yeah, and Toma has the okay boomer look right now.
Yeah, he's got a fedora and everything.
And that is. Oh my god!
I'm dying.
I wonder how many of our Gen Xer fans are just face palming from.
You're just like eating popcorn. It's like I could have been watching Total Recall, but instead I'm watching this. Why?
And that is our new episode. That's a new episode of Kamen Rider Saber. I'm gonna go first because you always go first. Where do I start? My only okay. I know I made fun of you about it, but I do get my only dislike. But my one dislike: why does the South Pole base look like the North Pole base? It looks like it, except with less books and there's no table. That's it. That's all it looks like. And I'm like, seriously? Y'all supposed to be the South Pole. Y'all supposed to be more like militarized. Y'all supposed to be like battle hardened and stuff like that, like the best of the best. And it just looks like you took the North Pole base and just scrapped everything that was interesting about it. That's just me.
Yeah. Also, where are the other knights?
Yeah, because there's gonna be more knights in the South base, in the South Pole base. Where are they? Like, keep in mind, we were told very little about the South Pole base, but we were also told that the South Pole base had the best of the best, and everyone and everyone who's like more like strict when it comes to the rules of being a member of the Logos were at the South Pole base. So it sucks that we didn't get to see maybe a couple of passerbyers or like just people standing on guard or anything like that. So that was disappointing. But other than that,
yeah, I mean, like what? Like you have everyone join the honor guard, so now the one guy needs to go to the Alpha Guard. By the way, that's a Green Lantern reference right there.
I know what I know.
Alphas.
But yeah, but other than that, I like this episode. This episode, we got to see Toma's growth without his friends, and clearly, like you do see that him and you're gonna be butting heads, not because they don't like each other, but because it's a huge generational gap, like 1,000-year generational gap.
I told you not to kill anyone. Hey, there are 0 casualties.
Like
we're done. We're done. GG. Game over.
I'm done. You just had to make a Terminator reference. You just had to make a Terminator reference. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. Okay, I'm done. Anyway. So
that's gonna be a running gag this episode, isn't it?
Yeah, like we're done. We're done. Anyways, no, but going back to what I was saying. So what I do like about everything that's going on is that I do like what's going on with Toma. I do like the fact that Toma because keep in mind, Toma has always had his friends when it comes to situations like this, and he doesn't have the only person he has is Yuri and May. And May, unless they're gonna pull a swerve where May becomes a Spada later on in the show, like as of right now, Kento is the only main pro tag Kamen Rider. I mean, the other ones are pro tags too, but it's like he's our secondary. Main. Yeah, they're now become secondary.
They're literally Kurenai squad.
Yeah.
Heck, not even Kurenai squad. They're freaking. What's it called? They're my guy squad. Except you don't have Rock Lee to keep it interesting.
Exactly. So, but other than that, like I did enjoy the fights. I really like Yuri's Chapter 2 form, where he has pretty much Noob Saibot freaking holding his sword and stuff like that. Like that was really cool.
One thing I find interesting about his head is that it almost resembles Kamen Rider Wizard's a water form. If you look at it closely, almost looks like it.
see, I was gonna say this. You know what it looks like? It looks like Genji's Super Sentai skin from Overwatch.
No, I would say Kamen Rider Kenzan looks more like Genji's Overwatch skin.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see it. But other than that, I have nothing else to say. This is a by the books episode that sets up things that are going to happen. I don't mind. I like it. I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Right. For me, one thing I find really interesting is like this reminds me of this one interesting argument I had about the 50th anniversary Doctor Who movie. By the way, I just realized 50th anniversary of that movie. This show's about have its 50th anniversary. Anyways, but so here's my question. I wonder, CGI wise, what do you think costs more money? Sword moving on its own or translucent hologram?
Sword moving on its own.
But yeah, I think it's really interesting how you got two different kinds of like CG for this character instead of just having like a normal practical suit like all the other characters have one. And I do find it interesting how it's like, yeah, it's terrible that Toma lost his friends, and you'd think by the end of the previous episode, Toma gained a new friend in their place, at least for now. But now it turns out he can't 100% trust his new friend either. So to some extent, May is still the only person that he can rely on. And I love that May is keeping up with her character development and that she is moving in headfirst into danger to help others. And I don't mean to get herself in trouble and then everyone else have like one more burden to bear, like in the earlier episodes. I mean, like, she legit wanted to help Yuki. Like, oh my God, she's stepping up. And while I'm not affirmatively predicting that she's going to become a Spada, but I really want her to become a Spada. I mean, she's less brooding than Kento, but at least she's growing up as a character. And, given the fact that she would be way over her head, would be an interesting, basically, it's like Trakina in episode 21 of Lost Galaxy. She was in over her head, and then she ends up destroying everyone in that entire saloon. It'd be or Maya from Dragon Knight, where like she's still getting the hang of those powers.
See, Maya from Dragon Knight's a different story. Maya from Dragon Knight, too. I listen. I love Maya. I love the actress. She's a great actress. What was the need of you putting on all black? Why does she need to put on all black?
That still made no sense. I mean, I guess to some extent it will be like because it's part of the uniform that they all wear. But here's the thing, though, you're not making Kit wear a uniform.
No, and the only person that does is Adam. Adam like in the last 2 episodes of Dragon Knight, Adam wears the black uniform because everyone's like, okay, you ain't sus no more. You're still stupid because you fell for it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but still, it's like if not everyone has to wear the uniform, why bother? And I think May, like, she'll become competent over time, maybe within 2 episodes, but definitely not on the first episode. She becomes a Spada. But I would really like to see her become a Spada because, let's be honest, to some extent, she does blame herself for him dying. And it would bring her a lot closer to Rintaro and Toma, but mostly Rintaro. So, just saying.
Real quick, but actually, no. Go ahead and give your score. Then I'm going to do something real quick.
Okay, my issues, I don't really have too many issues. I mean, the closest I would have to having an issue is the fact that the episode's just by the book. So like I would give the episode a 9 out of 10 because it does talk about some really interesting things. I want to see how they ferment in the next few episodes. Let's keep it going. And yes, I do love a good Mandalorian reference, just saying. I surprisingly like the taro flavored.
All right. Before we go to the comments about May becoming a Spada, you already know what's going to happen.
Oh boy, Jim Cornette alert! Jim Cornette alert! Wait! Hold on! Give me a second.
If we can beat Jim Cornette for if I can beat Jim Cornette for a minute, guys.
Wait.
Are you really?
Wait, hold on. I screwed up. I was gonna be like, warning, this is not a test.
Oh my
warning,
god.
this is not a
Okay.
test.
Anyways, so the way I can see May becoming a Spada, and this might sound like a jerk move, but let's say Rentaro doesn't believe Toma. Let's say everyone's still trying to jump him and stuff like that, and May is trying to be the voice of reason, and she's trying to talk to Rentaro specifically. Rentaro is like, why should I listen to you? You're the reason why Kento is dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then that makes Ogami, Tetsuo, and Ren look at Rentaro like, dude, that's not even true. And that's when May has the regret, and all of a sudden, like next episode, like something happens in which she takes the Espada Wonder belt and becomes Kamen Rider Espada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's my Jim Cornette.
If anything, if Kento did not die, period, what I would have thought would happen at some point would be there would be an episode in the future where Rentaro gets severely injured or just completely loses his funk to become, a Blades. Seriously, I think they should have called him Rapier just to avoid the confusion.
Yeah.
I would love to see just for one episode, have May become Blades, and somehow that will motivate Rentaro to picking the sword back up again by the end of the episode, and then in some subsequent episode he's going to get his final form. Because it would bring the two characters closer together, in that kind of way. It's kind of like how Albie becomes Masked Rider in that one episode where he had that dream, or heck, there was an episode in the Fies where like someone else had to wear the Fies gear because Takumi was being too emo.
But yeah, but I think it's a pretty good episode. So, and I can't wait for next week's episode. But Mike, you know what time it is, right?
Comments time. Warning: this is not a test,
guys.
There is no surviving this shot.
Guys, thank you for everyone watching on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you guys so much for watching this new episode of the Right Time Podcast. We review episode 17 of Kamen Rider Saber, entitled "The Ancient Messenger of Either Light or Shadow." If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you are on Facebook, be sure to like and follow Morphin Network on Facebook. And please be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We're actually trying to become more active on Twitter, but you'll definitely see us active on Instagram. So be sure to follow us on all our social media platforms. And and for the YouTube crowd, if you would like for us to read your comments, once again, double like, triple like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon and share with your friends. Let's get started. L'Oreal Harris. Hi, you guys.
L'Oreal Harris, because she's worth it.
Totally worth it. You guys get Kamen Rider Saber swords? Lucky. Here, I'll show you real quick. I got this as a birthday gift from this guy. Because all he said was, "Daddy Energy's coming." I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
No, I got you a gift. It's bigger, badder, dadder.
Okay, there you go.
By the way, I do have a video of him opening up his other gift.
Oh yeah, if you want to see me open up my my Kamen Rider Memory of Heroes copy for PS4, check it out on Twitch. She also says, "I so want those. Too bad Saber ain't real. If it was, my rider name would be Kamen Rider Cincada. Cincada is a type of sword.
It is a type of sword. Yeah, I would love to see a Kamen Rider Qatar, Kamen Rider Sabia. Let's see, what are some other cool swords? I remember in India there was like this one sword that's basically a whip.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's literally a whip sword, and I'm like,
you mean like Ivy from Soul Calibur?
I don't know if he does that. I know that there's a character in Soul Calibur that uses guitars. I like me some guitars. But there is like a sword whip where it's a sword that you could like lash at your opponent and like whoosh.
All right, cool. My main book would be Hoshi no Unicorn, and a wonder book based on Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Ooh, interesting.
My Wonder Ride book would be based off the book My Baby You Be. My Baby You Will Be, because I love that.
If I was like Kamen Rider Qatar, my book would probably be Ramada and the Demon King. No, sorry, Rama and the Demon King. And yes, Hanuman the Monkey King is in it. So like whether you're a fan of Chinese literature or Indian literature, you gotta love the Monkey King. Chala,
yeah.
Hey, chala.
Stop it. Anyways, we were doing so good. Actually, no. This is our second Dragon Ball Z reference of the night. Fox Ranger says hello, guys. What's up, Fox? Noah Cummings. Hi. What's up, Noah? How you doing, dude? L'Oreal, I'm pissed about the writers fighting against my darling Toma. Well, hey, listen. Not everything's all Shonen Jump.
Hey, they've done it in other seasons. But this one's just depressing. Just saying.
Yeah. Fox Ranger, what's your favorite Power Rangers Time Force episode? My favorite Time Force episode. There are two that come to mind. What's up?
I bet one of them is Movie Madness.
All right, three that come to mind. Movie Madness. The episode where Eric becomes the Quantum Ranger, and the episode where West gets the Battleizer.
Ooh.
Red Battle Warrior. Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. Movie Madness was one of those episodes that was better than the Japanese version, and I think filming on stage at Universal Studios Hollywood like really added to what made it so great. And I love how like for like half a second you see Time Force officers in Hill Valley for half a second. You gotta appreciate that. But I also like the diversity in what kind of movies they decide to be, they end up being in. You got a kung fu movie, you got a chambara, you got a western, and you got a musical and a jungle man. And I'm just saying, I remember
and Mad Max.
I would have and Mad Max too. I love that one. But I still would have loved Trip to be in a horror movie. And he's like, you got the bone sword going right through the door. It's like, here's Rancic.
No, Rancy. Here's Rancy. Anyway,
but yeah, let's see other good ones. What's it called? The episode where Rancic invades Biolab because I've only been a father to Wesley, but today I will also be his daddy.
Oh yeah, when Wesley's dad almost gets 86th, but because of them messing with the timeline, he survives.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you. Almost all 40 episodes are just great. You can't just like pick a most favorite. I mean, you do have a beloved, memorable one, but I can't say that there was a single episode that was just average when it comes to Time Force. And I just love like the character interactions and honestly they do a lot more world building than they did in freaking Angel Grove because they're not just doing like community events for the school or rec center. No, they're actually doing like real world stuff, and you see like all these characters that you would see in the real world, and they come back every so often.
May I remind you that may I remind you just real quick, the Time Force Rangers are all adults though. That's the one thing.
That's another thing. It's more relatable now than it was when you were a kid, because what do you do when you turn 18 and you get kicked out of the house? Or just decide to voluntarily kick yourself out of your mansion. You take whatever odd job you can. I'm sorry, but you can't be a billionaire or tech executive as soon as you finish college. You got to work from the ground up. And I love that Wes actually tried to do that. Like
what I love is Eric. Eric is like, I grew up poor. You chose to be poor.
You selfish bastard! You chose to be poor, you selfish bastard!
Yo, imagine they actually said that to never mind, hold on. Noah, they look like Power Rangers, LOL. Well, yeah, I mean, again, there are seasons of Kamen Rider where like keep in mind, Kamen Rider 01 was my very first season of Kamen Rider that I actually sat through and watched from beginning to end, outside of me also watching Kuga. Yeah, it looked like straight up Power Rangers. I think and it's okay. I don't mind that. It looks pretty cool. And it gives more
that's what they're trying to go for in the new Reiwa era, because it's like, I don't know. Maybe the third generation Kamen Rider, they just want to make it more Sentai-ish, and they want to make the next Sentai Kamen Rider-ish. Because let's be honest, the monsters from Kira Major, they look like 70s Go Ranger monsters, and now we have a Kamen Rider Potara fusion between Big One and Aka Ranger, and he's backed up by 4 Buddy Roids.
Oh my god,
they look like Buddy Roids.
L'Oreal, that dude, that Yuri dude, he's okay, but towards my sweet Tomakun, he's kind of an a-hole. I just barely finished a new Power Ranger fan-made Zord battle where the Dino Megazord and the Astro Megazord fight against Goldar. Oh, that sounds cool, dude. That sounds really cool. I still hate Ren, so wish to write an epitaph for that blasted pipsqueak. Hey, Ren's okay. Ren's like Yusuke. He's gonna give the hands to everyone.
To some extent, I can see where she's going with this, because Ren is basically Scrappy Dabby Doo.
Yeah.
Puppy power.
XYZ, sick burn. Freeze. Oh my god. Ren is one of the heroes I know, but still I want him to apologize to my man. The book inside the human thing kind of sounds like a reference to Sailor Moon to me, or Digimon 1 and 2. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems to me that L'Oreal has the hots for Toma.
I'm not even gonna give the satisfaction of going to get up in my sunglasses to put them on. Sorry if it's a lame pun, but the Yeti put Toma and May on.
Okay.
Lie, cheat, and steal. Was that a reference to Egg Guerrero? Yes, it was.
Fox, you need to chill. You need to cool down. You need to learn to stay frosty.
No. Okay.
Hey, why with the cold shoulder?
I hope Thomas sets Yuri straight. I just hope the other writers find out that Reika is using them like puppets. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I hope Yuri ends up being straight as an edge.
I would love to see May become Blades. Noah Cummings, I can't wait for Power Rangers DF. Yes, Dino Fury is gonna be lit. And that's all we got, guys. Before we go into our 50th anniversary celebration of Kamen Rider, there's one thing I wanted to share with you guys, because I did mention this earlier, is that if you are looking to get the brand new Progrise keys, because I know everyone's been asking, why hasn't Naki's Japanese Wool Progrise key come out? This just came out. I did not know about it until Mike told me on our podcast. This actually came out back in August. You can now pre-order the brand new Ames and Zaya bundle Progrise key pack, which comes with Shooting Wolf, Dashing Cheetah, and the Breakhorn and Japanese Progrise keys. Yes, you're pretty much gonna be buying these 3 again. But the only difference, and you either buy the Hidane Industries one, which comes with the
Is and Realizing Hopper.
Yeah, is his Progrise key, the Ultra Instinct Hopper and regular Rising Hopper. Yes, I'm calling it Ultra Instinct Hopper. You can pre-order them for right now for what, 6,000 yen, which is like $60. Okay, so the Hidane Industries one, you can pre-order now for 4,950 yen, which is $49 in American currency. And the Ames is, if I remember correctly, where is it? It's 6,000 something.
And then the
6,600 yen.
Net edition.
Yes, it's 6,600 yen, which is $66 in America. And the MetsuboGRide.net one is, let's see, this one is 8,800 yen or $88 in America. You can pre-order them now. I don't know, they're not out yet because I
don't think you could. I think pre-order. I don't know when pre-orders close, but this was back in August. And by the way, I did give you the heads up back then. You just
you didn't. No, you didn't.
I totally did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Totally
even when they made CSM, even when they did a re-release of CSM DN Driver, I told you about that as well.
No, you didn't.
And Sengoku Driver 20. What's it called, the 5th anniversary edition, or I can't remember what, but it was a special edition of Sengoku Driver. You know, don't tell me I'm not giving you the heads up.
Nice. I honestly just want the Japanese Wolf Progrise key. That's all I want. Real talk. I don't care. I mean, Dash and Cheetah sounds cool too, and I would like to get the Inferno Wing Progrise key as well, but still, like, I just want the Japanese Wolf one.
Yeah, here's the thing though, knowing how vendors are like, you could try your best to get a pre-order. If someone's selling them like from extra stock, they might do an upcharge just because it's a collector's item. But if someone is gonna sell them individually, they're probably gonna upcharge them like per unit. Like say if the final price was $60 for 4 Progrise keys, hypothetically speaking, which would otherwise be $15, they're probably gonna charge you like $40 for each of them.
I forgot to mention the fact that with the Metsubo G Rai bundle, you also get the Arc Scorpion Progrise key as well. Forgot to mention that.
I still think that what they should have done was have Arc 0 fight Arc 1, and then Az would use their combined data to create Arc 0-1.
Well, we are getting the movie is out. We're just waiting for the English subtitle version. Also, you also do get the expansion to the 0-1 driver. You know how you have the 0-2 thing that you attach? Well, you can now this will come with the Arc Scorpion attachment right here. So
yeah, but see for me, I would say that I would rather get the V Cinema buckle for what's it called, Kamen Rider Metsubo Jinrai, because it has all 4 logos together, like as part of the belt, and does the flip over thing like 0-2 does.
Yeah.
Anyways. We got some more comments right here. Using them for puppets. I can't wait for episode 4.
We are talking. Yeah. I have not seen Unworthy yet. I've been told that it's about to be lit. So
yeah. Okay.
Anyway, all right, guys, we're gonna talk about 0-1. Don't talk Saber. Thank you guys so much for watching the Writer Time podcast. Mike, where can the people find you, dog?
You could find me on IG at chrono_just_cosplay, and you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKawato, where you could see me play some more Kamen Rider: A Memory of Heroes for the Switch. I'm probably going to play some more tonight after we're done reviewing Terminator 6, because that was on the back burner.
Yeah, and thankfully we moved Transformers month to March, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, and you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @the_Reckless_Fox. YouTube Reckless_Fox, where I will start posting more videos up soon, and you can find all the latest gaming content on twitch.tv/RecklessFox. And if you want more content, myself, Mike, Noemi, and Jen, we do our video game podcast every weekend. Tune in this Sunday for a brand new episode of the Struggle Game Podcast at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yes, we will be talking about King of Fighters 15, which just showed off some gameplay, as well as Bowser's Fury expansion to Super Mario 3D World, which I'm very excited about, and it's the new Star Wars game that's being made by Ubisoft. So until then, guys, well, Mike, you already know what to do, so go ahead and drop that beat. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
今日の仮面ライダーは Kamen Rider Hibiki.
Kamen Rider Hibiki aired on January 30th, 2005 for 48 episodes.
Asamo Adachi is a teenage student at the crossroads of his path in life.
While on a trip to one of the mountains, he gets attacked by a monster called the Makamou and is then rescued by a man named Hibiki.
Hibiki is part of a fraternity of transforming Oni that use cleansing sand to purify the land of Makumo.
Samo begins his training, but will he follow in Hibiki's footsteps or will he pursue a path of his own?
Today's Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop and Pop, which is now August the 27th to the 29th, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia. And Ranger Stop Convention, which is now November 11th to the 14th, 2021 in Orlando, Florida. Go to rangerstop.com for more info.